Welcome to aminacademy.com. In India under Muslim rule, let us discuss about the later Mughal Emperor from 1707 to 1857 AD. The decline of the Mughal Empire began with Aurangzeb's death in 1707. His son Bahadur Shah reigned for only 5 years, and then during the next 5 years, Bahadur Shah's three sons reigned in succession at Delhi. In 1737, Nadir Shah invaded India and plundered Delhi. And from that time till the outbreak of the Sepoy Mutiny, the Delhi emperors were content with the mere possession of the ancestral title, while the real authority of the state was exercised by Muslim high officials and Maratha military chiefs. The loss inflicted by Nadir Shah's plunder and devastation of Delhi was never made good. The Marathas, no doubt, were defeated by Ahmad Shah Durrani in the Battle of Panipat in 1761. But Ahmad Shah had no desire to establish his dynasty in India, and so after his withdrawal, Shah Alam ascended the throne and continued to be a much of puppet in the hands of the Marathas as before. He was succeeded by Akbar II, who sought the help of and protection of the British. But in 1857, Akbar was banished. That is, Akbar II was banished to Burma on the suspicion of being implicated in the mutiny. And thus, after an existence of 330 years, the Mughal Empire in India came to last to an end. I will discuss detail about it. These are later Mughal emperors. India under Muslim rule, the later Mughal emperor we will discuss further. The later Mughals were the emperors who ruled the Mughal Empire after Aurangzeb's death in 1707 until the empire's decline. Some of the later Mughal rulers include Bahadur Shah I, Jahangir Shah, Farrukh Shah, Rafiuddin Darajat, Muhammad Shah, Ahmad Shah Bahadur, Alamgir II, Shah Jahan III, Shah Alam II, Akbar Shah II, Bahadur Shah II, Jafar. The Mughal Empire decline led to the emergence of many independent kingdoms. The later Mughal rulers were unable to enforce their regulations throughout the empire, which led to provincial governors asserting their authority and eventually gaining the independence. The Mughal Empire declined rapidly after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 CE. This year is generally considered the differentiating year to separate the era of the Great Mughals from that of the Lesser Mughals, also known as the Later Mughals. The period between 1707 CE to 1761, the time of Aurangzeb's death, to the period when the Third Battle of Panipat took place, wherein Ahmad Shah Abdali defeated the Maratha chiefs, witnessed the resurgence of regional identities and highlighted a sad state of affairs for the once mighty Mughals. The Mughal court became the scene of factions among the nobles. The weakness of the empire was exposed when Nadir Shah imprisoned Mughal Emperor and looted Delhi in 1739. The period after Aurangzeb's death in 1707 was marked by weak successors, war of succession, increase in powers of nobles who either became kingmakers or carved out independent kingdoms. Court injustice, religious tolerance, decline in authority of the emperor, decline in era of effective control. They are important events. After the death of Aurangzeb in 1707 CE, the War of Succession broke out among his three sons, Muazzam, the governor of Kabul, Muhammad Khan Baksh, the governor of Deccan, and Muhammad Azam Shah, the governor of Gujarat. Muazzam emerged victorious and ascended the throne with the title of Bahadur Shah I. Bahadur Shah I, that is Shah Alam or Muazzam, in 1707 to 1712. Muazzam ascended the throne and assumed the title of Bahadur Shah at the age of 63. He followed a liberal policy towards the nobles, granted them the territories of their preferences and promoted them. This led to the worsening of the state finance. It is also believed that the real power was in the hands of the Wazir, Zulfikar Khan. He showed a tolerant attitude towards Hindus, though he never abolished jizya. During his reign, the independence of Marwar and Mewar was acknowledged. However, the settlement could not restore these states to become fully committed warriors for the Mughal cause. His policy towards the Marathas was also half-hearted conciliation. He did not recognize Shahu, whom he realized as the rightful Maratha kings. He granted Maratha the Sardeshmukhi of the Deccan, but failed to grant the Chauth and thus could not satisfy them fully. Marathas thus continued to fight among themselves as well as against the Mughals. Jat, Chief Charuman, and the Bandalla chief Chatrasal joined him in his campaign against the Sikhs. High Mansab was granted to the 10th Sikh Guru Gobind Singh. He, however, had to face rebellion from Banda Bahadur, and it was during the course of his campaign against Banda Bahadur that he died in 1712 CE. He was given the title of Shah-i-Bekhabar by Mughal historians like Kafi Khan. Next, Jahangir Shah in 1712 to 13, 1 year. After the death of Bahadur Shah, a new form of policies emerged in the Mughals political sphere, wherein the nobles became kingmakers and the kings mere puppets in their hands. Jahandar Shah was the first puppet ruler in Mughal India. He was supported by Zulfikar Khan, that is Wazir, who had the reins of the executive in his hand. Zulfikar Khan built friendly relationship with the Marathas, the Rajputs, and different Hindu chieftains. He abolished jizya and gave the title of Maharaja to Ajit Singh, that is Marwar, and Mirza Raj Sawai to Jai Singh of Amber. He also granted the Chauth and Sardar Mukhi of the Deccan to Shahu. However, the old policy of suppression was continued against Banda Bahadur and the Sikhs. Zulfikar also tried to improve the financial situation of the empire by checking reckless grants of jagirs and offices. He also made Mansabdars maintain the official quota of troops. However, he is infamous in history for introducing the evil practice in Ijara, that is revenue farming. He encouraged Ijara or revenue farming, which resulted in oppression of the peasants. Jahandar Shah's favorite lady, Lal Kanwar, a dancing girl, dominated the court. He was defeated by Farrukh Shah, supported by Sayyid brothers. Now, Farrukh Shah defeated his brother Jahandar Shah at Agra in 1713 CE. He ascended the throne with the support of the Sayyid brothers, the kingmakers, Sayyid Abdullah Khan Wazir and Hussain Ali Khan Mir Bakshi, and Sayyid brothers killed Zulfiqar Khan and appointed themselves to key positions. The Sayyid brothers tried to make peace with the Marathas, the Jats, and the Rajputs, and were also successful in suppressing the Sikh revolt. It was during this time that Banda Bahadur, the Sikh leader, was executed. In 1717 CE, Farrukh Shah granted many trading privileges to the East India Company and also exempted customs duty for its trading through Bengal. The Sayyid brothers completely did away with the jizya and also abolished pilgrimage tax at a number of places. Due to the overwhelming powers of the Sayyid brothers, difference grew between Farrukh Shah and the Sayyid brothers. The emperor plotted thrice against the brothers but failed to overpower them. In 1719, the Sayyid brothers forged an alliance with Balaji Vishwanath, that is Maratha ruler, and with the help of Maratha troops, the Sayyid brothers killed Farrukh Shah. The Sayyid brothers Abdullah Khan and Hassan Ali Khan were popularly known as kingmakers for their role in enthroning and dethroning kings at will. Their influence in administration increased substantially. They tried to save the empire from rebellions and administrative disintegration, but failed due to court intrigues. Rafiuddin Darajat in 1719, Rafiuddin Darajat, the son of Rafiu Khan, became the Mughal Emperor after Farrukh Shah. Rafiuddin Darajat was very intelligent but was absolutely controlled by the Sayyid brothers who carried on the administration in his name. Rafiud Darajat was succeeded by his brother Rafiud Dawla. Rafiud Dawla is also known as Shah Jahan II. After his death in June 1719, the grandson of Aurangzeb, Nekusyar, revolted during his reign and occupied the throne of Agra with the support of Mitrasen, that is Nagar Brahmin. Rafiul Dawla, Hussain Ali Khan, the Sayyid brothers marched upon Agra and imprisoned Nekusyar. Rafiul Dawla was titled as Shah Jahan II. He ruled for a very short period and died of consumption, that is tuberculosis. Muhammad Shah in 1719 to 48. Muhammad Shah Rangila ascended the peacock throne in 1719, which he occupied till his death in 1748. His name was Roshan Akhtar and was the grandson of Bahadur Shah I, brother of Jahan Shah, who was found that dancing and was himself an expert Kathak dancer. In 1720, he successfully dislodged the Sayyid brothers with the help of Nizamul Mulk, Chin Kilich Khan, and his father's cousin Muhammad Amin Khan. He appointed Muhammad Amir Khan, who killed Hussain Ali Khan, as Wazir and title of Itmadul Dawla. However, independent states emerged during his reign. The Deccan under Nizamul Mulk, Awadh under the leadership of Sadat Khan and Murshid Quli Khan reigned Bihar, Bengal, and Orissa. He neglected administration of the empire. He himself indulged in court intrigues. Area of effective control under the empire declined during his reign. Nadir Shah invaded India during his reign. The weakness of the Mughal Empire was exposed when Nadir Shah invaded India, imprisoned the Mughal Emperor, and looted Delhi in 1739. Invasion of Nadir Shah. In between, it is interesting to talk about the Kohinoor diamond. The Kohinoor diamond was in possession of various rulers. It came into possession of Kakatiyas, Alauddin Khilji, Babur, Shah Jahan, Nadir Shah, Ahmad Shah Durrani, founder of Afghan Empire, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and finally it passed into the hands of British monarch. Today, the diamond is on public display in the Jewel House at the Tower of London. The government of India, Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, as well as the Taliban, have all claimed ownership of the Kohinoor, demanding its return ever since India gained independence from the British Empire in 1947. The Kohinoor diamond is an oval-shaped, brilliant cut diamond that weighs 105.6 carats, that is nearly about 21.12 grams. The Kohinoor diamond is estimated to be worth around rupees 1.64 lakh crore or US dollar 20 billion. This makes it the most expensive diamond in the world and more valuable than the GDP of some countries. Nadir Shah, now we will turn to Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah was the emperor of Iran. He was a rational hero there who drove the Afghans out of Iran. Reasons for invasion. When Nadir Shah came to power in 1736 CE, Muhammad Shah Rangila withdrew his ambassador from the Persian court and snapped all diplomatic ties with that country. Nadir Shah sent three envoys to the Mughal court, and his third envoy was detained by Rangila, which enraged him. When Nadir Shah invaded Afghanistan, some of the Afghan nobles took shelter under Rangila. Also, Sadat Khan and Nizamul Mulk invited Nadir Shah to invade India. Course of invasion. He captured Jalalabad, Peshawar, and then Lahore in 1739. Battle of Karnal. Upon hearing of the advancing Persian army, Muhammad Shah marched his forces out of Delhi in order to meet the invading army and prevent their entry into his capital. The two forces met at Karnal of battle about 120 kilometers north of Delhi. The Persian soldiers wreaked havoc on the Mughal army. Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah surrendered and he had to take Nadir Shah to his capital. The entire treasury was looted and the soldiers indulged in a gruesome massacre of the general population, including women and children of Delhi. The sack of Delhi lasted for several days, after which Nadir Shah asked his men to cease. In May 1739 CE, Nadir Shah and his troops left the city. Muhammad Shah was retained as the emperor of the Mughal Empire but was compelled to cede to him all the provinces of the empire falling west of the river Indus. Nadir Shah almost emptied the treasury and also took away the famous Kohinoor and Peacock throne. Nadir Shah invasion caused an irreparable loss of prestige and imposed the weakness of the empire to the Maratha Sardars and the foreign trading companies as well. Next one, Ahmad Shah, son of the Muhammad Shah Rangila and Udusiya Begum, a dancing girl. That is, Ahmad Shah is the son of Muhammad Shah Rangila and Udusiya Begum. Infectual Mughal Emperor of India from 1748 to 1754, who has been characterized as a good-natured but incompetent and without personality, training, a qualities of leadership. Twice during his reign, the Afghan Ahmad Shah Abdali plundered the northwest Punjab area, extorting money and land from him. The Marathas snatched Malwa and Bunderland. His Wazir, Imadul Mulk, blinded him and imprisoned him at Salimgarh. Alamgir II. He was the second son of Jahandar Shah and was raised to the throne by Imadul Mulk after the deposed Ahmad Shah had to face repeated invasion of Ahmad Shah Abdali. The famous Battle of Plassey in 1757 was fought during his tenure. The Battle of Plassey helped the British East India Company to seize control of Bengal. He was also murdered by his Wazir Imadul Mulk. Shah Alam II, that is Ali Gauhar, in 1759 to 1806. During his reign, the Mughal power was so depleted that it led to saying in Persian, Sultanati Shah Alam Asdilli Palam, meaning the kingdom of Shah Alam is from Delhi to Palam, Palam being suburb of Delhi. Due to his conflict with the Wazir, he fled to Awadh. He returned to Delhi when Marathas re-established their hold and invited him to the capital. Shah Alam spent his last years under the protection of the Maratha chief Scindia, and after the Second Maratha War in 1803 to 5 of the British. The Third Battle of Panipat was fought during his reign between Marathas and Ahmad Shah Abdali. The Battle of Buxar was fought in 1764 CE between the forces under the command of the British East India Company led by Hector Munro and combined armies of Mir Qasim, Nawab of Bengal, Sujauddaulah, Nawab of Awadh, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. The war was brought to an end by the Treaty of Allahabad, and that is 1765, under which Diwani right, that is right to collect land revenue of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa were granted to the British East India Company. Then he was the first Mughal ruler who became an East India Company's pensioner. He was called King of Delhi by the British, who issued coins bearing his name for 30 years after his death. Next one, Akbar Shah, that is Akbar II, in 1806 to 1837. He was the second son of the Shah Alam II and the father of Bahadur Shah II. He sent Ram Mohan Roy as an ambassador to British and gave him the title of Raja. During his reign in 1835, the East India Company discontinued calling itself subject to the Mughal Emperor and issuing coins in his name. He was a great poet and is credited with the introduction of the Hindu-Muslim unity festival Phul Walod Ki Sail, Bahadur Shah to Zafar, that is 1837 to 1858. He was the last Mughal emperor of was and of India who reigned 1837 to 58. He was an accomplished poet and his pen name was Zafar, that is victory. He was a poet, musician, and calligrapher, more an aesthete than a political leader. For most of his reign, he was a client of the British and was without real authority. He was chosen as nominal leader of the revolt in 1857. After the rebellion was put down by the British, he was exiled to Burma, Myanmar, with his family. And also he lost two sons who were killed by British soldiers. This is a Mughal Empire family trees. It's very useful. These are later Mughals pictures. So far we discussed detail about later Mughals. If you have done, please subscribe our YouTube channel.